Hi YouTube, it's me back again. Now I was shopping in our kind of local city, and I know this shop who does classic consoles and games and stuff like that, and I found one of these Super Nintendo Entertainment System PAL version. Now, this was a 16-bit system made by Nintendo. It was much more superior to its rivals, Sega Genesis or Mega Drive, depending on where you live, or TurboGrafx-16 and PC Engine in Japan and America. Now, this system came out slightly later than any of its rivals. Now, this system had the ability to scale and rotate backgrounds, which none of the other systems could do, so you could have really smooth textures for a 16-bit system. Now, what I like about this system is it looks really nice. This is the PAL version. Now, it looks the same as the Super Famicom. The Super Famicom is basically the Japanese version of this system. In America, when it came to releasing this in America, they remodeled this system slightly to make it a bit bigger, like what they did with the NES when Nintendo brought it to the West. So this system came out in Japan as the Super Famicom in 1990, US 91, Europe 92. Now, later on they did improve the ability to scale and rotate backgrounds with the Super FX chip. Now, that was put onto cartridges to improve the scale and rotating so much that your Super Nintendo now had the ability to do basic 3D. And what I really like about this system, what none of its rivals have, is for the cartridges. It has an eject button. Now, if you just press this, the cartridges will just pop out. And I think that's it for the system. This is quite interesting. Your standard cables, AC, RF, and multi-AV output, AC and RF. So that multi-AV output looks the same as a Nintendo 64, so I'm presuming you can use your Nintendo 64 AV cables, which is kind of good. Very good system. Now, the controller with this is much better than any other of the 16-bit rivals. For one, it has the classic Nintendo D-pad that feels really nice, works really well. First proper console dev, start and select buttons. And look at this, shoulder buttons. Now, in terms of success, this did, I think this was in second place in Japan. This was in second place in Japan, and the Mega Drive was third, and I think first position was the PC Engine, because that was very popular in Japan. In America, this became first place in terms of sales later in its life in the US, because I think this slightly outsold the Genesis, and the TurboGrafx-16, well, that was a failure. And in Europe, you've got to remember, of course, that the TurboGrafx-16 wasn't officially released. And the Mega Drive took this system by storm, even though these are still quite popular here. So I think that's it for the system. Come up next, I got a game with it, and that is the SNES version of Mortal Kombat.